Kings 2 Part 6. Now the sons of the prophet said to Elisha, Behold, the place in which we live before you is too narrow for us. Let us go as far as the Jordan, and let us each take from the forest a piece of timber, so that we may build for ourselves a place to live there. And he said, Go. And one of them said, Then you, too, should go with your servants. And he answered, I will go. And he went with them. And when they had arrived at the Jordan, they were cutting down wood. Then it happened that, while someone was cutting timber, the iron of the axe fell into the water. And he cried out and said, Alice, 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 my lord. For this thing was borrowed. Then the man of God said, Where did it fall? And he indicated to him the place. Then he cut off a piece of wood, and he threw it in. And the iron floated up. And he said, Take it. And he extended his hand, and took it. Now the king of Syria was fighting against Israel, and he took counsel with his servants, saying, In this and that place, let us set up an ambush. And so the man of God sent to the king of Israel, saying, Take care not to pass by that place. For the Syrians are there in ambush. And so the king of Israel sent to the place which the man of God had told him, and he prevented it. And he preserved himself, concerning that place, not merely once or twice. And the heart of the king of Syria was disturbed over this matter. And calling together his servants, he said, Why have you not revealed to me the one who is betraying me to the king of Israel? And one of his servants said, By no means, my lord the king. Rather it is the prophet Elisha, who is in Israel, who is revealing to the king of Israel every word whatsoever that you will speak in your conclave. And he said to them, Go, and see where he is, so that I may send and capture him. And they reported to him, saying, Behold, he is in Dothan. Therefore, he sent horses, and chariots, and experienced soldiers to that place. And when they had arrived in the night, they encircled the city. Now the servant of the man of God, arising at first light, went out and saw the army all around the city, with horses and chariots. And he reported it to him, saying, Alice, 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 my lord. What shall we do? But he responded, Do not be afraid. For there are more with us than with them. And when Elisha had prayed, he said, O Lord, open the eyes of this one, so that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the servant, and he saw. And behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire, all around Elisha. Then truly, the enemies descended to him. But Elisha prayed to the Lord, saying, Strike, I beg you, this people with blindness. And the Lord struck them, so that they would not see, in accord with the word of Elisha. Then Elisha said to them, This is not the way, and this is not the city. Follow me, and I will reveal to you the man whom you are seeking. Then he led them into Samaria. And when they had entered into Samaria, Elisha said, O Lord, open the eyes of these ones, so that they may see. And the Lord opened their eyes, and they saw themselves to be in the midst of Samaria. And the king of Israel, when he had seen them, said to Elisha, My father, should I not strike them? And he said, You should not strike them. For you did not capture them with your sword or bow, so that you might strike them. Instead, set bread and water before them, so that they may eat and drink, and then go to their lord. And a great preparation of foods was placed before them. And they ate and drank. And he dismissed them. And they went away to their lord. And the robbers of Syria no longer came into the land of Israel. Now it happened that, after these things, Ben-Hadad, the king of Syria, gathered together his entire army, and he ascended and was besieging Samaria. And a great famine occurred in Samaria. And it was blockaded for a long time, until the head of a donkey was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and 1/4 part of a pint of pigeon's dung sold for 5 silver coins. And as the king of Israel was passing by the wall, a certain woman cried out to him, saying, Save me, my lord the king." And he said, "If the Lord does not save you, how am I able to save you? From the grain floor, or from the winepress?" And the king said to her, "What is the matter with you?" And she responded, "This woman said to me, 'Give your son, so that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow.' Therefore, we cooked my son, and we ate him. And I said to her on the next day, 'Give your son, so that we may eat him,' but she concealed her son." When the king had heard this, he tore his garments, and he passed along the wall. And all the people saw the haircloth that he had worn underneath, beside his flesh. And the king said, "May God do these things to me, and may he add these other things, if the head of Elisha, the son of Shaphat, will remain on him this day." Now Elisha was sitting in his house, and the elders were sitting with him. And so he sent a man ahead. And before that messenger arrived, he said to the elders, "Do you not know that this son of a murderer is sending someone to cut off my head? Therefore, watch, and when the messenger arrives, close the door. And you shall not permit him to enter. For behold, the sound of his Lord's feet is behind him." While he was still speaking to them, the messenger appeared who was sent to him. And he said, "Behold, such a great evil is from the Lord. What more should I expect from the Lord?" Thank you for watching. If you like the content on this channel, please press subscribe, the like button or comment below. We'd love to get your tips. See you next time.